What makes GMAD so special is that we're the one unique space that really understands intersectionality.
Oftentimes, when people walk into spaces for help, especially marginalized people, they're diagnosed and they're given a number, and they're seen as just that diagnosis. But here at GMAD, we see the person as the whole person and we view them as such. And no one is a number, everyone is a name.
And how did you meet? How did you find out about GMAD?
Mm, how did I find out about GMAT? It was actually, it was, I think, some point during between this year or last year. I don't remember exactly. So I came and I see everything is like very organized and the staff is very qualified to give us any service that we need from seeing a simple therapist or simply just having someone to sit down with and have a conversation.
So how did you get from? So you came into GMAD, and then, we started the Sacred Space group up.
Every Wednesday, the clients of GMAD are served a homemade meal by the parishioners of St. Paul's Episcopal Church. We sit family style and discuss issues and topics that we're going through during the week.
How did you know about Sacred Space through GMAD, and then why did you want to go to Sacred Space? Yeah.
Steven mentioned to me, and since that I have that faith that was calling me.
So he was very specific that it was
Yeah.
about faith and.
Yeah. So I decided to go there like every other normal person. And when I went into the church, I said to myself, this is the place that I belong to. Because all the setup, it was like feeling just like back in the Catholic Church.
Yeah, it does have the same feeling.
It has the same feeling,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have that rejection that some part of the Catholic Church has.
We were finding that a lot of the GMAD members were very disconnected from their faith. A lot of our folks grew up in a church of some kind, and because of their homosexuality have since been rejected. We wanted to figure out a way to connect them to an accepting place of worship.
So your coming to Sacred Space through GMAD was all about adding that faith element.
Yes, it was
To it.
like recovering that faith element that was completely lost for 2 years.
Was it something that you had a desire for before?
Yes.
But before GMAD put it in front of you.
Yes, but I couldn't find the space, or I didn't know where the space was until GMAD put it literally in front of me.
So what's interesting to me is like you never, even though you felt cut off from your faith, you never cut faith off from you.
Exactly. Although that I explored going to different faith dominations, but it was like I was feeling like disconnected. And some point that faith discussion, it got to a point that I got to a double standard. That was getting one message, but at the same time I was getting another type of message. So I was totally confused. So I decided to push back and not to go to those places again.
But it was interesting to me because I was expecting you all to come in and reject God, because you might have felt even because you felt rejected by the church, that you would have turned that into rejecting God. And that's not what I'm experiencing with all of you.
The norm. They focus on the discussion of Sodom and Gomorrah. And they use that as a weapon to judge people that are within the LGBTQ community. And by saying all that, they're scaring away people that could end up being hurt, not only spiritually, but physically.
And this is a learning for me, so thank you, because you just taught me something new. It's not just about me and the church inviting you in, right, and come on into our house, but it's about us coming out of that house and being in your life.
Exactly.
Does that make sense? That's what I hear.
It makes perfect sense.
That's a big learning for me today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Mother.
Did we get you everything you needed?
Yeah. And more.
Oh,
That
good
is
catch.
really marvelous.
Good chemistry.
And some cathartic